It's like, is there anything else we can do to push things over the edge, to either get things finished up or closed that's within our control? The rest is up to God. The question that we all got to think about, and a lot of it falls really on your side of the equation here. What is within our control, and then what is not within our control? If it's within our control, we have to be completely savage with it, and we've got to squash the bug. If it's not within our control, i.e. the city of Boston, putting us on the docket to actually get an inspection or a permit, that's fine. But we have to be great at doing everything up to that point. That's where a little bit of the tension of frustration currently exists, is that I can't, without beyond any reasonable doubt, say that we're doing everything we can up to the bell and then the rest is fate. There's going to be things that are out of our control, which cause us not to be able to squash the totality of the bug, but there's a lot of things that are within our control. What can we report on? What can we close out? What can we push to the next level? We would bust through a job in build a brand new house in whatever, call it 90 or 100 days. And the punch list would take 60 days. That's not squashing the bug. Squashing the bug is organizing that punch list and finishing it in a week. That's squashing the bug. That's completing the project, all buttoned up, put it on the market, leave it up to God to sell. But finish the project, which means all the landscaping is done, the plants are planted, the driveway is swept clean, the interior is immaculate, smells just like fabuloso. That's what squashing the bug is. You leave it up to God to sell it, it's up to you to build it. So that's squash the bug. We have people ready to buy loans from us. We've got great, fun, exciting marketing momentum and campaigns, and some of that stuff takes time. But what can we do as a group across all areas? Opening things, reporting things, closing things, finishing things, envisioning things. What can we do that's within our control that we can just squash and get up to the line where we can actually say, hey, God, you take it from here, right? Because it's out of our control. So I just want to start to think about that. So whatever those things are, it's is there anything else we can do to push things over the edge, to either get things finished up or closed that's within our control? The rest is up to God. So we've had a lot of that little resistance. There's several ways to look at resistance. One way to look at resistance is it's a sign not to go forward. But the other way to look at resistance, which I think in our instance in this business, the way that we look at resistance is that we're facing this disproportionate, unnecessary, wacky resistance because the likelihood of us pushing through is very high. I think we're at that precipice. I think that's the choice that we have to believe too, is on some of the frustrating things that we're a little jammed on. It's not because we're not supposed to go forward, because everything's been sitting for such a long time. I think we've just made it through this little tunnel and we're about to kind of push through to the light. And pushing through to the light is us not quitting, not getting too distracted, not getting too frustrated, and just busting through. So again, everything within our control, shifting our mind to the spot that I think we're actually pushing through the final barrier of this resistance, and then doing everything we can to be the best we can with the things that are within our control, and let kind of God handle the rest once we do that. But God ain't going to handle the rest if we don't control what we can control. So there you go. Control what we can control. Push it up to the line. Let God handle the rest.
Deuces.